Go ahead and talk about how you would actually join the board. Where would your name be? So this right here is one of the very first boards that I was a part of here. And as you can see right down here, you see the name Swan there. And Swan, she brought in these 2 people, and then these 2 people brought in these 4 people. Okay, so your name will go on the board according to how many people that you have that would definitely love to receive $63,000 in just short 4 weeks. Okay, so say for instance you come in just like Swan. Swan had her 2 and her 2 had their 2. You would go in a green spot. If you come in and you only have your 2 people, your name will go here and their name will go down here on these 2 spots. Okay, so it's just that simple. So say for instance if you come in and you quite don't have your 2 people yet, or 1 person just yet, your name will go down here in the blue spot. And then once the board splits off, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, your name will be here in the blue, but you still have to bring your 2 people in on the very next board. Okay, now we definitely encourage every single person that joins the board for you guys to bring in your 1 to 2 people as soon as possible. Pretty much what that does is that helps that board to fill out, and we can move on to help the next people. All the individuals in the middle of the board here, they're all gifted at the same time. These 7 individuals, they're gifted at the same exact time, guys. Okay, so now that we're done telling you guys where you would fall in place on this board and who gets gifted, let's see what happened to Swan and her 7 people, or her 6 people, once that board was split off and it was created. So as you can see, here's Swan and all of her people that she brought in. They're all in the same circle here. Inside of the core is what we call it, the core. Okay. Now, Swan and her core members, they went out, and these ones in blue, they found these 2 and found those 2 and those 2 and those 2. And all they did, they just brought in their 2 people. Okay. So this is a community where we love to invite more people. We want you guys to bring in 1 to 2 people when you join the board. All right. Now that is a requirement. You cannot join a board, or you cannot join this community without inviting others to join you, because like I said, we want to help as many people as we possibly can to receive that $63,000 in 4 weeks. Okay. Now what happens when your board is filled? Now we're talking about this board here. When this board completely filled, what happened to it? What happened? So let's talk about that. What happens to the board is every single board will split off to 8 different boards. As you can see, this is board 1, 2, all the way around to number 8. Every single time these fill up on that Sunday, the date that we gift in for the first time, and all of the gifts are received for right now, but those days can change at any given time. Okay, so every single time the board fills, every one of these little and we call them pie slices, and every single time that they fill, guys, these names that are here starting from the green all the way to the blue, their name is entered in the middle of their own board. And from there, what these individuals do, they get out there and they talk to people, and when those names are added out here, those people, they talk to people, and when these names fill, they get out there and they talk to people, and they do the exact same thing as all of you guys are doing right now, inviting more people to the presentation. That's the talking to the people that they're doing. You do not have to worry about knowing exactly how this works, but we do want you to invite those individuals to this presentation so they can get all of the information, all the details that are needed, so they can also go out and they can invite people to the presentation as well. Okay. Now, how does it work if you want to sponsor your 2 people? Now, we definitely want to talk about that. We've had some people to get that kind of confused, but we definitely want to talk about that right now of how you're able to sponsor your 2 people. So let's go here to a previous screen so I can show you guys exactly how that works if you want to sponsor your 2 people. So let's take a look at this board here. Now, if And we're just going to say Pansy here. We're just going to circle Pansy's name. If Pansy wanted to sponsor her 2 people that, possibly could not have, come up with the small gifting amount that's required in order for them to join this community. Pansy, what she would do is she would bring her 2 people in, and she would put her 2 people on the same color that she's in. You know why? Because if Pansy wants to sponsor these 2 people with her first week worth of gifts that she receives, this is the only way that she's able to do that. Because like we said before, the blue gives the blue, the purple gives the purple, and the green gives the green. Okay. Now, but in order for Pansy's 2 people to be sponsored by Pansy, those 2 individuals, they also need to bring in 2 people each on this board. So let's just say that her 2 people brought 2 people in, and we'll put one person here. We'll just circle this, and then the other person here. What that does for your board that you're on is that helps your board. Now, if these 2 people that Pansy sponsored want to sponsor people on their board, they can very well do that once their name is here in the middle of the board. Okay. So once again, if Pansy wants to sponsor her 2 people, her 2 people has to be on the same color, because when she receives the gifts from these 8 people right here, she'll receive a gift from this person, from that person, from this person, that person, this person, and that person. And if you would notice, I didn't draw a line from these 2 because these are the 2 that Pansy is sponsoring with her first week gifts that she will receive. Okay. Now, if you don't quite understand the sponsoring, get with your team leader and they'll explain it to you a little bit more, or you can either leave your question in the chat and I will definitely address that for you guys at the very end of this presentation. Okay. Now let's go on and let's talk about how this thing works, because that's really what you guys want to know. You want to know, how are you able to receive $63,000 in 30 days? How much do I need to gift in? I am sold on $63,000 in 4 weeks. That's 30 days, guys. Let's go ahead and jump right on into that. Okay. So as you would notice here, it states day 0. That is your very first day that you would gift a very small $100. $100, guys. That's all that you have to gift in. And on your week number 1, you guys will receive $800. You will keep $300 and you will re-gift $500. Okay. Now your week number 2, you guys will receive $4,000. You're going to keep $1,500 and you will re-gift $2,500. On your week number 3, you'll receive $20,000. You're going to keep $14,000 and you will re-gift $6,000. Now, week number 4, that's your last week of this cycle, you guys will receive $48,000. Okay, $48,000. Now let's go back over that, because I know you're saying, how would I receive $800 and $4,000 and $20,000 and most definitely $48,000? Once you gift that $100 to one of our members inside of this circle here, on that very next week, you guys will be on your own board that looks just like this. You remember we talked about the board, okay? So your name will be here. When you gift that $100, your name will be right here in the middle inside of the core. Okay. Now, after that, when all of those little spots that are around the core that you guys seen just a minute ago, 8 different people will gift you because they're just starting. That's their day 0. They would gift you $800. That's $100 from 8 different people. Okay. Now on week number 2, when you receive that $4,000, guys, what you will receive is $500 from the same people the previous week that gifted you their first $100 gift. Okay? Because their week number 1, they'll receive $800. They will keep $300 and they're going to re-gift $500. They are re-gifting the same person that they first gifted their $100 to. And in that case, on your week number 2, that's you, where you receive $4,000. And on your week 3, you receive $20,000. Those same 8 people, they'll re-gift you $2,500, okay? They're going to re-gift you $2,500. So you're going to receive $2,500 8 times, okay? Now on your week number 4, in order for you to receive $48,000, those same 8 people, they will send you $6,000 each to give you a total for your week number 4 of $48,000. Now, the same way that the others are re-gifting you, the person that you gifted your $100 to, you would re-gift $500 to them. You're going to re-gift $25 to them. You're going to re-give $6,000 to them in order for them to receive their $63,800 in this case. Now, let's look at all this together. Let's add this up. So we have $300 that we'll keep for week number 1, $1,500 that we're going to keep for week number 2, $14,000 that we'll definitely keep for week number 3, and $48,000 that we will also keep for week number 4. And that gives you guys a grand total of $63,800, all in 4 weeks. And we know 4 weeks is 30 days, guys. You cannot find that anywhere else other than inside of this private gifting community, guys. Just like I said, we're only looking for like-minded people. We're looking for the serious ones, the ones that you already know what you can do with this money. You already have things written down of what you're going to do. You have medical bills that you need to pay off. You have debt that you want to get off of your credit. You may need to purchase a new house. You may need to purchase a new car, get your house repaired, get your car repaired, save money for your kids to go to college, or just have fun. That's what's wrong with us right now. We don't have enough fun because we're going to our job every day. And number 1, we don't have time. We do not have time. In this gifting community, you are able to make that time because you don't have to work so hard at your job, okay? And I know all of you know 2 people, 1 person, 10 people, 20 people that can afford $100 to get inside of this gifting community and receive $63,000 at the end of the 4-week cycle, okay? Now, this is a very important question. This is a very important question. What's your why? What's the reason that you really would like to receive $63,000 in just 30 days? A lot of people don't have a why. And if you don't have a why, then you would definitely want to dig deep down into your soul, into your brain, and figure out what's your why. Why do I really want this? Is it because I really need to pay off my house? I'm almost to the point to where I'm getting evicted and I'm tired of that. I want to have some cushion in my bank account so I don't have to worry about paying bills all the time, and I can't figure out where I'm getting that money from. Do you need to purchase a new car? Do you need to, get your car fixed? Do you need to help family members? Whatever your why is, you want to make sure that you are remembering your why. Always remember your why. Because if you ever feel like that you ever want to give up on this, you want to think back to that why again. Or if you're thinking right now, well, I don't really want to put $100 into this gifting circle, think about your why. What's your why? Why is this so important to you? Okay? Always think about your why. Always. Because that's the most important thing. Is it your kids? Do you want to be able to do great things with and for your kids? Has it been a long time since you guys taken a family vacation and you just want to do something nice for you and your family? That could be your why, because $63,000 in 30 days can definitely do that for you guys, okay? Are you guys ready? Are you ready to put your name on this board? Are you ready to gift in on our gift in day and start your journey to $63,000 in 4 weeks? If you are ready, inside of the chat, put your name down there and say, I am ready. Make sure that you guys are getting back to the person that invited you to this presentation. You want to definitely thank them for inviting you to this presentation because, like I said before, this is a private community and we do not let everyone into our community. You have to be a special person to that person that invited you here to this presentation to learn all about our gifting community and how it all works. Once again, get back to that person, because you don't want to go to someone else if someone invited you here. Okay? Now stick around here. We do have a Q&A session that will take place right after this presentation. If you guys have questions, we definitely have the answers. I have some of my other board members that are in the chat, and they're probably already answering your question that you've put inside of the chat, which is fantastic. That's what we do. We work together to help each other is what we do. Okay? Once again, guys, get back to the person that invited you here to this presentation. If you have questions, stick around. We're definitely getting ready to answer those questions for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on the 63K in 4 weeks presentation about our gifting community. Thank you guys so much, and you all have a fantastic rest of your day.